And let me just check and see here, guys. Give me a second. Okay, cool. All right, I am live on both YouTube and on Facebook. Uh, so let's get started. So yesterday we did Mindset Monday. I got a little bit of feedback from that, and it was good feedback. So I'm really happy y'all enjoyed that. So today we're gonna discuss tax. What is it? What is today? Where are my notes? Today is Tax Strategy Tuesday. Okay, Tax Strategy Tuesday. This is gonna be for my business owners, right? We're gonna be talking about, and I think I did title. Yep, I titled both of these. Um, I'll be so happy when I start, when I get the, I need to go upgrade my account so I can stream everywhere from StreamYard. Anyway, I took notes so I can stay focused, guys. So, I will start just babbling. So forgive me. But anyway, board of advisors is, I'm sorry, board of directors or even board of advisors. So I'm going to talk about both of them. But I titled this Tax Strategy Tuesday, and we're discussing board of directors. All right. So we're going to talk about 5 different reasons on why you should have a board of directors or a board of advisors. So you're probably wondering, well, what is the difference? So first, let's talk about board of directors and board of advisors. Okay. So board of directors, that is going to be for your corps. So you got your S corps, you got, anything corp, that is going to be your board of directors. If you have an LLC, then that is your board of advisors. Okay, that's simple. We don't have to go any further than that. Just understand, as a business owner, this is what you would need to have in place, or what we suggest as a strategy to have in place for your business is, number one, you want to get together. Now, your board of advisors could be anybody. These people, the board of advisors, board of director, these people are going to help you grow in your business. All right. So, what's more important, and why I want to talk about the board of directors or advisors, is because this can be your family member. You could be a family of 4, a husband, wife, son, daughter, and everybody could be on the board of directors or board of advisors, right? And you want these people to help you in your business. Now, before I go any further, please understand that anytime I'm discussing a strategy, you definitely cannot go at this alone. So I'm going to give you um, the ideas, I'm going to give you the tips. But if you try to do this by yourself, you could screw it up big time, and you're going to need someone to bail you out. So don't think that you can go on the YouTube channels and put in the detail. You can get far. You can do a lot on your own, but there are some things that we talk about that you really need some guidance and consulting on. So please don't try to deal with this on your own. Please go to my website, www.pajako.com. That's spelled PAJAKO.com. If you're on YouTube, it's below my name there. MSCTA stands for Main Street Certified Tax Advisor. So I've gone through courses to understand what I consult with to business owners, and I got certified to do this. So my trophy's over there. So as soon as I set up my little area, you guys will see all of that. Or plaque, not trophy. My plaque is over there. But anyway, so you want to have your family, you want to bring your family in on your business and make them a part of the business. And this not only helps you as a business owner, but this starts to teach your family, your children, how to work with money and learning about money and business. And even if they are on a totally different uh, uh, path in life, I don't care if they're school teachers, it doesn't hurt for them to understand the family business. Okay, so it doesn't mean that bringing them in on the board of advisors doesn't mean that you're trying to force them into a certain type of career or anything. This is literally uh, a strategy that you will see that you put into place so that you can help your family, your business move forward. All right, advance. So, number one, we talked about the establishing the board of advisors and or the board of directors. Okay. Secondly, make sure I'm looking at my notes here. I don't miss anything. You want to, another good reason for having this board is because it will allow you to have support. Entrepreneurship is a lonely path. You're almost always by yourself, especially if you're a solopreneur. You're always by yourself. You're doing everything by yourself. Having a board allows you to have, your board don't even have to be family. It could be friends. It could be anybody you choose it to be. They could be on payroll or off payroll. It does not matter. But having a set of 3 to 5 people to chat with, to discuss the goals that you set for the company, maybe some personal things that you need for development in order to be able to advance the company. Maybe you're looking at bringing on a virtual assistant or a part-time employee or even a full-time employee. Having that board of directors there, let's just say I have 2 really good friends that I asked if they would like to be on my board of directors. And those 2 friends agree, and we go out every quarter. We go have dinner to discuss my goals, what I want to do for my company, what are their, I get their thoughts and suggestions. That's good enough. And guess what? That's tax deductible because we're there, we're discussing business, and they're listed on my board. Same if I did it with my husband and children. If we go out and plan something to discuss the company, it becomes a write-off for your company. So let's go ahead and move into the third reason, the third point that I want to make. What did I write here? Okay, so this flows right into what I was saying about, going out with your maybe 2 or 3 girlfriends or 3 to 5 people that you feel are very professional. They have very strong strengths, very good strengths that where you're weak, they're strong. Or maybe in the family, family members, you have some people that are very strong in some areas and you need their expertise, and they agree to be on your board, and you go and you set up a quarterly, monthly, annual meeting somewhere, and it's just out. Maybe you go to Eddie V's Steakhouse. You go there, or you can go to Pappadeaux, or shoot, you can go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't care. But what I do want to make sure, though, is that whatever you're doing, make sure that it matches your business. And what I mean by that is we're not taking a cruise for a $10,000 annual income, annual revenue business, right? You're 1 year in or you're 6 months in and you decide, oh, I'm going to schedule a cruise for my family and we're going to discuss the business. That's not going to work. So you want to make sure that these write-offs and the places that you choose to have these meetings are reasonable in comparison to where your business is. You don't want to overdo it. So overdoing it is, and you don't want to do a cruise for a write-off anyway, even if you had a valid company and all that. It's too much that goes into it. Get creative and do something else. But you don't want to overdo it. You definitely want to take notes at that meeting and keep those notes. Okay, take good copious notes, because whenever this comes back up and you're very organized, because if you get your LLC or entity through Pajeco, we actually send you a big notebook with your documents in it for this purpose, for this very reason. You can take your notes and put your minutes and things in that binder. And make sure you get great advice. Choose people that can really give you good advice that can help you advance in your business, not just a time to go and play around and say, oh, I'm going to create a write-off. No, take the write-off, but get real good value from it. Don't just do it just because this is your business. Hopefully you're trying to have a successful company or business, or even if it's a side hustle, you want it to be successful. You never know, it may grow big enough and you get to pass it down to your children. So take it serious, take notes. um, and remember the traveling, the dining. So if you decide maybe you want to go take the family to Oklahoma to the, I'm in Texas. So for those that wonder why she chose Oklahoma, well, because Texas is very popular to go to the Oklahoma cabins. So maybe you want to take your family to the cabins in Oklahoma. And for that weekend, you sit down and the board of directors, which is your spouse, your children, and even if the grandkids are there, all of them sit at a table. All of them got notes and pens. You are recording everything, meaning taking those notes, taking those minutes, and you get to deduct that trip pretty much off. But make sure you have guidance doing this. All right. So I'm just giving you an overview. All right. This is for entertainment purposes only. I guess I should say that in order to protect. So you don't say, well, Pam said, well, don't say Pam said unless we actually exchange invoice and payment. Then you can say, well, Pam said do this. The next point I want to make is annual meetings that you want to have. So your board of directors are going to be the ones that you have those annual meetings with. Those annual meetings, these are for sales that you have for your company. A lot, what's very popular right now is class. People sell e-classes or e-courses, I guess is a better title. E-courses, where are your sales at? Where are your numbers? So you get your board of directors together, you figure out, how do I increase these sales? How do we discuss operating expenses and procedures? So keeping those minutes, and this helps. This is so important. If there's ever a lawsuit, that binder that we give you guys is for this purpose, because if you get sued and you're not keeping your annual minutes, that LLC protection is out the window. It's a lot of people say, well, you can't sue me, you got to sue the LLC. Yeah, but if you haven't, which most of you have not, if you haven't done your minutes on an annual basis in the LLC, you pretty much void all the protection that you thought you had with that LLC. So you definitely want to at least at minimum keep your annual minutes for lawsuit purposes. And last but not least, having your board of directors or board of advisors, this is a really good move to keep you accountable. It is very hard building a business. And again, especially if you're by yourself, and even if you have a few people who are working with you, accountability is something that a lot of business owners really truly need and they don't have. And many of us will go out and pay for that accountability by joining mentor groups, being in, just, and nothing's wrong. Just if you have a board of directors that are going to keep you accountable, most of us will still be a part of some type of mentoring group, some type of coaching we're part of. But your accountability partners, these people are closer to you. And so they can likely see you more often. If it's not on a daily basis, they're probably seeing you at least once a month. And you can tell them, what are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? What are your your safe goals, your smart goals, all those different things that you have in mind for your business and for yourself, for personal growth, for business growth. Your accountability partner can be those that are the advisors or directors that are on your board. So those are the 5 things that I wanted to go over with you guys, and I'll just do a recap. Number 1, we said the difference between board of advisors and board of directors is going to be what? Your corps is going to be your directors. Your advisors is going to be for your LLCs. All right. Number 2 is we want to stay away from by default being a loner in your business. Get that board of advisor, whether it's family or friends or family and friends. Get you a group of 3 to 5 people. It don't have to be a whole bunch of people, but get you a really good, secure group that can can keep you going, that you can share and meet and discuss your goals for the company. Number 3, monthly, quarterly, annual. It's all your choice. This is your business. You do what you want to do. Just make sure you do something. But you want to make sure that those people are able to give you good advice. Find people with strengths that you don't have. You may be weak in one area. Get you somebody who's very strong in an area that you're weak in. When it comes to your family, work with your children so that you can build up their strength in areas that you see weakness in. So the more they see you do this, and you meet as a family and talk about business and goals and what everyone prefers for themselves in business or even in their personal life, this creates a really good, for family members, this creates a really good bond and works towards generational wealth. I know when we talk about generational wealth, we're always talking about money alone, but what's bigger than money is understanding the knowledge behind money and understanding how it works and what to do with it. Number 4, we talked about the annual meeting. So we want to, get in there, look at your numbers. A lot of people don't even know what their sales are in their business. They just go sell stuff, which is cool because, you gotta have a transaction to have a business. But it's an entirely another step when you are actually understanding your numbers and knowing what you're netting, knowing your gross, knowing your net, and all those different, you can pull out, your budget pretty much. Your budget is almost like a screenshot in your head because you study your numbers so much. And you don't have to do it to the point to where it takes up an entire day or entire weekend, but you definitely want to understand your bottom line. And lastly, we talked about and also before I go to the last one, as far as the annual minutes kept for your meetings, you want to at minimum hold that annual meeting, and you want to make sure that you are in your notebook. I wish I had one next to me, but in the notebook that we provide when we help people create their entities, we provide them this big, nice leather notebook, and you can fit your minutes in there. And that will protect you when a lawsuit comes. Because remember what I said earlier, if you are facing a lawsuit behind your LLC and you don't have those annual minutes there, your LLC protection is null and void. And lastly, that accountability group is basically your board of directors or your board of advisors. Have someone that's going to hold you accountable with those short-term goals, the long-term goals, the everything that you're trying to do with your business, from the minor steps to the major steps. Your board of directors is your backbone. So that's it for today, guys. I didn't keep this under 15 minutes, but I did keep it under 20. But thank you guys for joining. I would appreciate it if you're on Facebook or YouTube. For now, if you like it, share, and even subscribe to my channel. Again, I have, every day, Monday through Friday, there is a topic that I will discuss, and my theme is on Mondays. We have Mindset Monday. You can go back to my YouTube channel or even on Facebook. You can go and check that out. It's just a short 15-minute video. On Tuesday, we have, like we're discussing today, Tax Strategy Tuesday. And yes, that board of directors or advisor is definitely a tax strategy. Because remember, in those 5 points I mentioned, you can either pay your people or not pay your people. But if you get consult from someone like myself on your board of directors, we can definitely share with you on how to make these tax deductible. Tomorrow we will be going over Wealth Wednesday. So I'll have to figure out a topic for Wealth Wednesday. I don't have a set schedule as far as timing is concerned, but you can definitely catch me here on a replay. And if you're watching a replay, type replay in the comments below so that I'll know that you did chime in. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those questions in there to help me on some topics. It'll help me choose some topics in the future. And so tomorrow's Wealth Wednesday. Thursday, we have Tax Resolution Thursday. And Friday, we have Free from Tax in Retirement Friday. All right. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate your time today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and you have an awesome Tuesday.